Okay, so on to the next one, and this was actually kind of a tragic story. I briefly saw the headline yesterday, didn't read into it at all, just because I mean, I don't know, I didn't read into it all. It just seemed sad, but it's difficult to not pay attention to these things because this goes in line with a lot of the other issues that we've spoke about, things that we've talked about before. Um, the speeding, like I said, if you get on 240, it's two NASCAR 240 racetrack. You, you get on 385, it's a racetrack, and you won't see any police officers. So unfortunately, this situation happened out in Hickory Hill yesterday. So let's jump into the story. Memphis City Council member vows to find solutions to speeding concerns after three people died from a hit and run crash in Hickory Hill. And the worst part about this is, why are they vowing to find solutions for this issue after three people die instead of you drive down these streets every single day and you see that this is happening where people are going 90, 100 miles an hour down a two-lane street or four-lane street or whatever it is, and they just have no regard. Anyways, Memphis City Council member Pearl Walker said there will be zero tolerance for the types of incidents that killed three people from a deadly crash in her district. All right. Memphis police are still searching for drivers behind a deadly hit and run crash in Hickory Hill on Sunday night. From Sunday's crash, three people are dead. Three people ages 17, 21, and 23 are in critical condition. Residents in the neighborhood told ABC 24 they are calling on the city of Memphis to fix the speeding issue. Memphis City Council member Pearl Walker says she wants to make her constituents aware. She wants to make her constituents aware their concerns are being heard and work is being done to combat the type of incidents that cause loss of life. They'll cause loss of life. Crazy. We are at zero tolerance, Walker said. This is just not acceptable in my district. Anywhere in the city of Memphis, this is just not acceptable. Walker sent a strong message to the public after a hit and run killed three people Sunday night. The two-car incident happened in her district. She said MPD have not confirmed drag racing was an indicator for the crash, but that could change during their investigation. There are some indicators that support that, and MPD is conducting an investigation, she said. Walker told ABC 24 MPD and Memphis Mayor Paul Young are rolling out a new crime plan to address the need for more cameras in the city. It's 5 C's. One of the C's is dealing with more cameras. One of the other C's of the 5 is controlling the roadways. Whatever that means. Matthew Jeter is a father of 9 children who live near where the crash happened. He said the start of the school year is around the corner, and the recent crash has him concerned for the safety of his children. It's crazy. People just fly on these roads going 70 to 80 miles an hour. That's crazy for myself. I don't want anything to happen, I don't want anything to happen to my child when they're out in the world, especially accidents like that, I think is what they were trying to say. According to an MPD crime stat, Hickory Hill Road and Winchester Road have 22 reported crashes from April 29th to July 29th of this year. So 3 months. Those statistics rank in the top 50 street crash locations in Memphis. Miska Clay Bibbs, who is the Shelby County Commissioner for the Hickory Hill area, told ABC 24 she's invested $250,000 from this year's county budget to have 30 cameras installed later this year in her district. She said majority of those cameras will be installed in the fall. The majority of those cameras will be installed in the fall. Bibbs also said in 2023, 6 cameras were installed, and her predecessor had 10 cameras installed. Man, ABC 24 needs to do some daggone editing and spell check and grammar check. But anyways, this was just, The whole thing was horrific, really, to be honest with you. I mean, and the thing is, it's not an isolated incident. That's the whole issue with it. This is happening all over the place. I can tell you this. You know you can't speed in Bartlett. You cannot speed in Germantown. You cannot speed in Collierville. But if you are in Memphis proper, or I don't know how they do out in Cordova. I never go out there. It's ridiculous. I'm talking about ridiculous. I mean, there's no regard. They do not care how close they come to you. As soon as I see somebody coming up in my rear view that looks like they're trying to go back to 1988, Back to the Future. Man, I don't want anything to do with it. I politely veer my car off to the left or the right, depending on what side of the road I'm on, and I'll hit my brake. Start slowing down. Bro, we will not get in the way of whatever craziness you got going on at this point in time. And what's so crazy about it, I've owned cars that were fast. And I can say that, when I did own, I had a Lexus LC500, and it had a nice little engine in it, and it can go pretty fast. But for damn sure, I wasn't weaving in and out of traffic. You know what I'm saying? Like, if I was to open it up, not to say that I did, but if I was, like, I'd be in between cities. So maybe if I were going to Memphis to Jackson, Tennessee, or I'm on a road that's all by myself, and then I'll try to see what that thing is doing. And also, I was young, but I'm not cutting anybody off trying to figure something out. This is not Grand Theft Auto. I got to ride up and down these streets too. My grandma, or people's grandmothers and grandfathers are trying to drive up and down these streets and on these highways. And they don't want to see you doing all of that nonsense. You're going to kill somebody. So the speeding on the highways and the shooting on the highways and all the rest of this stuff is absolute nonsense. And this doesn't have anything to do with this particular story. I'm not surprised that it was a crash and run incident. Maybe there were two cars involved. One of the cars that was speeding wrecked the other car. Obviously, got away. And from my understanding, I think that they, where did I see that at? I think I saw it on Instagram. But I want to say that they said that the dude was doing donuts. Whoever it was that was involved in this wreck was doing donuts before the actual wreck occurred, and they were filming it. Let's see if I can find this real quick. But yeah, I mean, they're out here doing wrecks. I mean, donuts and filming it. That's my guy right there. That's my guy. Hold that thought. I'm almost here with you guys. Hold on one second. Switch accounts. So I got this up, right? Hickory Hill car wreck. I'm not sure whether or not this is going to pop up. I think I saw it on ABC 24, though. ABC 24. I thought it was ABC 24. Well, it wouldn't have been that far down. WREG. Well, here's the aftermath of it. So what's crazy about it is, like, this is what right here. Here, that's a shame. Yeah, and like I said earlier today, I saw they had a story about these kids were shooting video. I'm trying to see if I can find it real quick. Shut that crap up. Boom, 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 boom. That main event stuff was crazy too, to be honest with you. I know it was on which god though. Nah. It was on here somewhere. Anyways, they had video of the kids that were doing all of the donuts and whatnot, and then they turned back around. They said it was the same people that supposedly ended up in the car wreck. I don't know which one of the cars, whether or not it was the one that had the three critically injured people in it, or if it was the hit and run deal. So it's just a sad story overall. This goes back to public safety, and this is kind of an extreme example because you're talking about something that's totally avoidable. Well, all of it's totally avoidable, but it's about bad decisions being made at the end of the day. In one way or another, bad decisions being made, and the accountability that's supposed to be set up to be put in place isn't present. So I'm trying to figure out how Operation Code Zero helps this. It seems to me that it's more police officers help this. But I guess at the end of the day, you're also kind of trying to find the most effective way to be impactful with what you have, the resources that are currently available. Sad story. Sad story. All right. If I find that video, obviously I'll post it to I'll retweet it or whatever. Okay. On to the next one.